Alright, hello everyone. Today, I'm going to be talking about the article. I'll assign article number 1, and it is swallowing frogs. The swallowing frogs article would be considered a metaphor for experiencing pain among women who were believed to share a loving and affectionate nature. They would instead refer to this as an act of swallowing frogs, would be metaphorically having stress, any type of feeling of being mistreated or treated unfairly. And for number 2, the patient would get diagnosed depending on their situation and their personality more than her symptoms. Mostly all would have experienced negative emotions, and in the article, the page number that I found it on was page number 361. I would say that something I learned and agreed with was they said that psychological and body symptoms, they were all interconnected and they were considered as one. And I could see how they would both have a lot in common with each other. Part B, on the video for the Amazon rainforest and the uncontacted tribes there. They're capable of curing any illnesses that Western medicine simply cannot, such as schizophrenia, insomnia, cancer, and they believe that the cure for a lot of common illnesses don't start with taking pills, but rather trying to heal their heart, their spirit, and would be more through natural remedies and healing that way. An animal that they discussed in the rainforest would be considered the viper of Brazil, that can cure hypertension, and that the Amazon is dying out slowly because of all of the illegal trading, all of the drug traffickers that are going up in there. A lot of gold, they're stealing a lot of gold out of there. Their illegal mining is going on there, and then just a lot of routes for transportation, for logging, are also slowly going into those uncontacted tribes. So what was considered the gold rush would be the rubber trade. It was considered to be a gold rush, and Julio Arana had killed the tribes and wiped out their civilizations, causing them to become homeless outside and being in other cities. So number 4, she explains how there are still uncontacted tribes out there, but the ways that we're living is having a negative impact on them. People, Christians, trying to go into their tribes and trying to convert them, missionaries, unwanted attention, people trying to break in, trying to kick them out. And that's ruining the uncontacted tribes. And they don't really have any type of way of preserving their nature. So if they lose anyone, such as a shaman, and they die, then they would lose a whole lot of history on their tribe that we wouldn't know. Something that's actually quite interesting is that I would actually see if there's any ways that people would be able to learn about these tribes without necessarily interfering with their culture. They're kind of like exploiting it in any type of way. I would want to see if there's any way to be able to experience these tribes, and instead of trying to make some type of money off of it, or looking at their culture as like any different, trying, not really belittling their culture or diminishing it in any way, without any way, or they might even think that outsiders and people that are in the Western world may think that we're horrible people. And I would like to see if there's any way we could change that, or not study them, but kind of become more in tune with their culture and understanding their nature and their life. All right, thank you. You guys have a good day.